Okay, in this video, I'll be sharing 7 easy to follow design tips that will make your home look luxurious and expensive. And no, I'm not asking you to use an exotic rare marble slab from Italy, or buying a branded cowhide leather sofa, or having a Swarovski crystal chandelier in the living room. The housing price in Singapore is expensive, and so does renovation costs, and also labor costs. And to make your home look expensive without spending a lot on expensive finishing, I have some tips here that you can consider. Having worked in the interior design industry for over 13 years and working with some interior architects and designers, I selected these tips that are practical and can be implemented easily with minimum effort. I'm sure that after watching these 7 tips till the end of this video, you will be surprised that you can see them being applied everywhere, in hotels and chic cafes and those expensive feature homes that you see on the TV. Since the purpose of this video is to make your home look expensive with minimal cost, we shall start off with number 1, the fundamental. So number 1 is to maintain a clean, tidy, and uncluttered living space. This is because the tidy, clean are fundamental to achieving a calm and peaceful looking home. Try recalling the time when you went back to your grandparents or your parents' home. Do you feel a sense of peace and calm when you step into your parents' home? Chances are you will. Although the furniture of our parents are dated, the floor tiles are those flowery types that are no longer in production, but you feel a sense of calm and peace when you are in this space. And why? High chance that your parents are retired and they are diligently taking care of their space and their home. They are cleaning and tidying and decluttering their space whenever they are at home. This is the reason why you feel good when you are back to your childhood home. We have also just learned that keeping the space clean, tidy, and uncluttered will make the space look calm and pleasing. But to make the space feel expensive, there is one more step that you need to do, and that is to have intent. To have intent on what we do to the space. What do we mean by intent? We can intentionally arrange beautiful items and intentionally hide ugly but practical and functional stuff like wires and unmatching toiletries from the general look. This is the most cost effective to increase the lux level of your home and to make it look expensive. Intention also means that you put effort and thoughts into planning something. We humans subconsciously appreciate spaces much more when we feel that someone was intentional and gave a lot of thoughts and effort into designing something. As a general rule, when choosing decoration pieces, choose those that are bigger than the size of your head, as big items look deliberate and substantial when compared to a smaller one. The smaller one can make the space feel cluttered. Luxury hotels and expensive homes typically feature a bold, oversized sculptures and those dramatic lamps that you see in the centerpiece of the whole space. Avoid packing your shelf with small tiny figures or decorative pieces. If you have really those small beloved figurines, put them together in groups or even put them on the tray. Those marble or glass ones that you see. This way, they will appear visually as one large item and they will reduce the visual clutter and maintain a very luxurious look. So, for example, we can design a space with different sizes of artwork to make it look intentional and make it unique only to our home. When you want to populate your space with artwork, choose those of different sizes. A good way to start is just go with a few big statement pieces. Invest a couple of oversized pieces. Make it oversized. Remember, oversized. Hang them above a sofa or on a large empty wall in the living room. So after placing all the large piece, only then you start adding the small pieces around or at other places of the home to give it some contrast and break the monotony. Only with the large statement piece, complement with smaller pieces of art. This way, the space will feel warm and welcoming with a bit of luxurious in it. You can choose those mismatched frames, but match it together to make it look like a collection of artwork. And when we see that, it feels a lot of intent and thoughts are given in doing the collection. Over time, it will look better. And it looks like the artwork has been collected over time, over a period of time. On the side note, try to resist the urge to get matching frames for everything. Matching table, matching chairs, matching artwork, matching lights. I'm an engineer myself, and which I always remind myself not to get matching items for everything in our homes. If there's a mismatch, our brain will have a more intense feel when we see the space, and this breaks up the monotony of everything is uniform. So in conclusion, try to reduce the urge to get a matching frames of everything. I know that it's tempting to choose a matching frame because matching frames, it uses less brain juice, and our brain tends to favor choosing the easy way out. We tend to feel safe when we find matching items that require less intent and less consideration into it. We want to make the space look neat, but we always default to choose the matching item, and that is usually more accepting to the clients. So try to avoid this habit or to always trying to find the same matching color. One or two, we can choose a different unmatching color, we say. And this is what professional designers do from Europe mainly. They choose pieces that fit the space and let the frames complement the art rather than forcing everything into one size fits all solution. Have you also noticed that the homes you find online or in those Pinterest or design magazines, their furniture rarely matches? There is always a statement piece in the home and surrounded by a few sidekicks, I would say. And the next suggestion we have to make your home look expensive and luxurious is curve. If you can, go for curve when your budget allows. Curved sofa, curved ceiling, curved beams, curved corners, curved shapes. Curved shape somehow makes our room look and feel more luxurious. There's a study on curved objects, as we humans naturally associate curved objects with safety and comfort. And when we see many sharp edges and corners, we feel threatened and unease. Maybe that's why we are from cavemen. This is our inborn ability. The study shows that this is partly due to our human instinct. So when we see curved objects, it actually activates parts of our brain that's associated with safety and comfort. So we usually find curve more aesthetic pleasing. And because curves are generally harder to produce, and for a human, we usually value effort that is being put into doing that piece of work. So when there's effort in designing and fabricating that piece of work, and there's intent, we value more intent and we value more effort. So we also perceive them to be more luxurious and expensive. And so in your home, if you have a relatively spacious dining area, go for a round dining table. And if you are planning to buy a piece of furniture or decoration, consider a curved one. Small items like a curved oval-shaped rug underneath the coffee table, or the cushion that looks like a ball. Oh, I have a cushion that looks like a... Can you figure out what's this? This is only available in Singapore. Put down a comment if you know what is this. This is not curved, right? But there's a lot of sharp edges. So my next suggestion for an expensive and luxurious home is to have a built-in carpentry. One of the reasons built-in works so well is that they reduce the visual clutter in our home. When things are clean and uncluttered, it makes our brain feels not threatened, and the whole space feels bigger. This makes everything looks clean and a little more sophisticated. Built-in also means high effort, and as human being again, we value this high effort and with intent, and this subconsciously make us think that it looks expensive and luxurious. And so if you do decide to invest in some built-in your home, make sure you don't leave any gap between the cabinets and the ceiling. So for example, if you do the wardrobes, do them all the way to the wall to wall, and do them all the way to the ceiling. Take up all the space between the ceiling and the wardrobe, even though there's a wastage somewhere. Don't leave a gap between the ceiling and the wardrobe, or the gap between the wall and the wardrobe. And number 6, for making your home look expensive and luxurious is definitely the type of curtain that you choose. Opt for 2 type curtain tracks, the day curtain and the night curtain. The size of the curtain relative to the whole windows plays an important part as well. A large and tall curtain signifies luxury and expensive space, while a half-height, undersized curtain signal poor planning and lack of intent. So ensure your curtains are hung high near the ceiling and extend fully to the floor, creating an illusion of a taller ceiling and a larger window, which signifies that the grandness of the room. While dragging curtains on the floor offers a luxury feel, a more practical and aesthetic pleasing feel is to have 20 mm off the floor. We just determine the size of the curtain. The material of the fabric is important for a luxurious look for the home. Choosing a curtain fabric that has a high density, that looks heavy and looks posh. If possible, choose velvet or polyester with a bit of shine. Upgrade the curtain to a factory S4. This way, the curtains are always neatly folded when open fully at the corners. And with tip number 7, to have a luxurious home is to incorporate the diversity and offer large lighting fixtures, including a chandelier, a floor lamp, or hidden light strip, rather than just relying on a lot of small downlights or ceiling mounted lights. Sometimes we call hamburger lights. These different light sources are essential for creating the emotional value in the space. They serve as a unique decorative elements that beautifully interact with your ceilings, the walls, and create a harmonious and luxurious look for the whole house. I'll provide some examples in the B-roll. And now, that's above are the 7 points that we have for creating a luxurious look and an expensive look to our home. These tips works well for apartments and HDB. And if you're currently using any of these tips, do let us know in the comment and let us know whether I'm right or wrong. And if you enjoyed reading this video, we have another one that is about home tiles to make your bathroom look luxurious, the tiles aging and the tile type of flooring to buy. You can check it out here and this here. And if you enjoy this video, we have another similar videos about home tilings to make your bathroom and kitchen look luxurious. You can check it out here.